Hello and welcome to Shadowfang Keep. I'm excited. It's taken a while for me to find a group for this. I was actually starting to get kind of worried that this was going to be another RFC situation. I spent several times over several days looking for groups, and I was constantly finding level 60s that were offering runs through it, so I was kind of nervous I wasn't going to actually find a group, but thankfully I did. And so far it actually looks like a pretty talkative, pretty good group that knows what they're going to be doing. So I'm level 25, we've got a 23, 27, 25, 26, which is definitely on the high side, which is good. We also already have a healer, so I'm actually going to be DPSing once again. Not ideal. I'd prefer to be healing, but it took me long enough to find a group that I thought I would just finally run this one, so no healing for me this time. But I think we're waiting on one more party member. Oh. Still riding the Zeppelin over. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit before they get here. I'll take a quick pause and I'll see you inside. Okay, so we're inside. Vincent, you and your pathetic ilk will... Oops, missed it. Will find no more success in routing my sons, and I than those beggarly remnants of the Kirin Tor. If you will not serve my master with your sword and knowledge of his enemies, your moldering remains will serve me as a testament to what happens when one is foolish enough to trespass in my domain. So that was Arugal who actually said that. And if you see through the gate here, we've got Deathstalker Vincent, and he's one of our quest guys. We can't get him through here, we've actually got to go the other way. So we've got Deathstalkers and Shadowfang, that's the quest we've got to find Vincent, and we need to find the Book of for somebody in Undercity, and we just need to kill Arugal for whoever it was, Delar Dawnweaver at the Sepulchre. So just 3 quests, easy. These guys are immune to frost. That's no good. So we're actually getting started a little bit early before the rogue gets here, so no problem. This part should be pretty easy. Is this, yeah, okay. Looks like it might be the only leather worker again. Getting pretty lucky with that. I need to be a little careful with my searing totem in here. A lot of the areas in here are pretty tight quarters. And last thing I want to do is accidentally aggro somebody that the group wasn't wanting to aggro, so I might be a little sparing with my totems. We'll see. Unless I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get any accidental pulls like right now. Oh, you can skin these Worgen. Oh, that's weird. Either you can some and not others, or some people are not looting. Which I don't think is the case. No frost in the Shadowfang. I guess it's worth me putting the other, even though it's outdated, putting Flame Tongue on. Think I can sell that on the auction house? 75 silver, that's pretty steep. I'm assuming it did not actually sell for that. I'll probably just vendor it. Oh wow. Probably should be saving my Earth Totem with block bears. I mean, Earth Shock. That's what I meant. Keep an eye out now. Oh, I didn't realize that was the boss. That's Rethelgore. Block it. Two agility, 2 stamina. It's actually slightly better than what I have, but it's not a huge difference. Free from this wretched cell at last. Let me show you to the courtyard. Quickly. So you have to let this guy out. He unlocks a door for us. And the human we killed in there, I think, does the same thing for the Alliance. So we killed him, apparently. And I'm assuming the Alliance always kill this guy too, so it's fair. Nobody's in that one. I'm happy that we're actually doing this instance. I really like it. I'd say better than most. This one actually truly feels like you're infiltrating somewhere. So up there in the front, you couldn't come in the front gate. It was locked. So we have to sneak in through the, stables or whatever this is here. And you had to rescue a guy who was trapped. And he opens the door for you and couldn't block it. Earth Shock wasn't up. So that guy I could Frost Shock. I'm not sure what's up with this. The green shield that guy had up was basically an anti-magic of all types shield. So when one of the mob puts one of those up, we can't hit him with, like a mage can't hit him with anything. Didn't work. He interrupted. Apparently a stun is the only way, I guess. Turn in the quest. Quickly. Vincent's body lies broken and still. Although Deathstalker Adamant will send his report to Hadrick, whatever additional details Vincent gained must remain with him. But clutched in his hand is a small trinket. So yeah, we turned in one of our 3 quests. We got the XP right there. I got the Ghostly Mantle, which is a cloth shoulder, 5 int, 5 spirit. Is that better than... I forget what my healing shoulder is. Oh, I think it's the one we got in Wailing Caverns, isn't it? I'm not sure if it's better, so I'm gonna hang on to it. Yeah, Earthshock definitely doesn't work on that. It's too bad. It seems like Frostbrand is working okay now, so it's odd. Oh, skinning horses. That feels bad. Yeah, oh, somebody got a 10-slot bag. Nice. That's the benefit of killing the horses, actually. There's a small chance of it dropping a 10-slot bag. It's just too bad that it's white, meaning people don't get to roll on it. It's just whoever was lucky enough to get the random drop gets it. Actually didn't even notice when the rogue showed up. I'm sure she's been here for a while now. Razorclaw the Butcher is a boss. I don't recall if he casts anything. Doesn't look like he does. Easy. Bloody Apron. Stamina, cloth, chest. No thanks. I know the haunted servitors. I think they're the ones that put a curse debuff on people. Doesn't look like anybody has it right now, that's good. And the curse debuff... Oh. Yeah, I'll take those. Nice. The curse debuff, as long as anybody has it, will randomly spawn a ghost mob on you at any given moment. So that could be in the middle of a fight. And if all 5 people in the party have it, that's a very high chance that at any given point a new mob will spawn, and it is just an incredible pain. So that's one of the ones that I certainly would like to prevent us from having. So thankfully Earthshock interrupts that cast. Ooh, more wool. Keep working on my first aid. I'm at 112. You know what? I think it's 115. That... is where the heavy wool bandage turns green. And I think it's where you can start learning silk. Or wait, do I only have the regular one? Oh, that's where you only get the heavy wool bandage. Got it. Okay. Oh, here's a boss. Baron Silverlane. I think he drops an awesome ring for tanks. Too bad. 2 and 3 spirit. Man. I guess I got greed because it's for an off spec. I really wish I had written down what my... Oh, I got it anyway. Look at that. Okay, well, I'll hang on to it just in case. I really need to just write down what my off spec gear is so that I can know if it's better or not. I've done that so many times now. Like, that's another one where, you know, it's like, oh, that actually might be better than whatever I have for healing right now. And it is interesting that Frost is now fine to use. It was only immune, the mobs were only immune at the beginning of the instance. So, whatever, I guess. Oh, we got some patrols. Didn't notice that. So we are just rolling right along very well. I think these Wailing Guardsmen cast a silence that he was referring to. Yeah. Screams of the past, cannot cast spells. So I think that has a pretty much melee, slightly larger than melee range cast from those mobs. So healers and casters, like mages for example, just stay back. Don't be here within melee distance like I just got hit with it again. Thankfully for me, most of my damage is coming from melee, so it's not a big deal. I might miss like a shock spell or something, but it's not critical. Whereas a priest or a mage is basically useless without their spells, so as best you can, you want to hang back. Now that's starting to get the next rank, or whatever you want to call it, of healing potions, so that's nice. Actually, I just happened to glance down during the silence there, and it looked like my shock spells were not disabled. I didn't actually try. I'm gonna have to try one just to see what happens. Heals. Get out of here with that. So I'm currently silenced. Oh, I can't. Drop those heals, yeah. Is he gonna try one more time? I bet you he is. Oh, he used a bubble. Can I still interrupt him when he's in a bubble? I'm actually not sure. Come on, use a heal. Oh. Warrior gear. There's a lot of actually good warrior gear in this instance. I can think of the ring and that piece, I guess, and there's also an awesome shield. Blue shield that you get from, I think, the next boss up here. So, if you're a warrior, definitely make sure you come through here at least once. Yeah, so I cannot use my shock spells. I thought they would get grayed out, but I guess not. Maybe that was a feature later on. So I love watching female rogues play. Whenever they do a special move from melee, they do a front flip, which is awesome. I also have a undead female rogue, so yeah, Odo the Blind Watcher. This guy drops that blue shield, I'm pretty certain. So we'll see if it drops. Disarm. That sucks. I've basically not been keeping my eye on the healer at all. Oh, interrupted it. Oh, nice stun. I don't even know what Howling Rage does. Oh, there it is. Maybe. Never got to see. Alright, Odo's Lay Staff. 12 Spirit, 5 Stamina. Oof. And that's even more damage than my current one does. And everyone greeted it. Yeah, I guess it's technically not better than what I have. It's close though. I'll let somebody else have it, I guess. I'm not ready to give up my Crescent Staff yet. Couldn't interrupt Forsaken skills either. Oh, so anyways, what I was talking about way early on with how it feels like you're actually invading a place. You know, you snuck in the one route and then went through the courtyard, went through the kitchen, up through some catwalks, and now we're out on top of the actual top of the dungeon. This is actually Silverpine Forest, how we came in. There was Pyrewood Village down there where we had our first death, if you remember. It's actually really cool. I really love this view. Oh my god, we've had a point to spend this entire time. What a noob. So the next two options we have are Toughness, increases armor by 2%, not any good for DPS. And Flurry increases attack speed by 10% for your next 3 swings after dealing a crit. Fantastic, considering we just got Thundering Strikes to increase our crit. So we're gonna take Flurry. I'm glad we've gone 2/3 of a level now without realizing. I'm a total pro. So before we started, he was talking about how this room is bugged. There is aggro bug. In fact, when I ran this on my hunter and my main character, we definitely experienced it. So I think if I look through, yeah, so the mobs that he's got marked up there, the star and the diamond up there, they aggro us from like crazy far away. So like we're down here on this lower level and we need to turn left and go up these stairs that you can't really see yet. Basically need to turn back the way we're coming from. And those guys from over there aggro us from a really unfair range. And they run to us and pull like 20 guys, and then we have no chance. So he's telling us what to do. Basically, we need to not run over there, and we need to stay on the staircase. So we'll see how this goes. He was telling us that just in case we overpull to go run out and reset the instance. So he's got a pretty sophisticated strategy, it seems like, to deal with this. I'm happy about it. Can't mages decurse? I think they can, right? Our warrior has... Our warrior and our rogue have a weapon curse. So it's interesting that we've got the priest pulling. I guess, oh, I've got the curse too. Didn't even notice. It's funny that we're having our healer make the pulls for us. Usually you would not do that. So many of these ghost wolves. So the reason we're killing them first is because they actually spawn additional ones. So they can quickly overwhelm you if you let them. And we are getting full, aren't we? Oops, that's not where I want to be hitting. Yeah, this is actually going a lot better. My last time running through here, we definitely wiped, so I'll take this for sure. This tank is a good communicator. I like that. It's always good to have somebody willing to explain what's going on, especially if it's the tank. Considering the one there orchestrating pulls. It always sucks when the tank is just kind of doing his own thing and not really explaining what he's doing. I mean, there are what I'll call conventions for, you know, which, you know, skull marker means kill this one first, that sort of thing is pretty common that you can kind of just do that and everybody typically knows what you're doing, but if you're making unorthodox pulls and you're just not saying anything, it can be pretty frustrating for everybody else. Especially because that usually comes with the tank basically expecting everyone to read their mind on, you know, which mob they want sheeped or other crowd control or whatever, which one to kill first if they're not marking, and then they'll complain that everybody's doing the wrong thing and they aren't marking, and that's quickly how groups can fall apart when people start getting upset at each other and all that and arguing. So it's good when somebody's not only talking but also friendly about it. So I very much appreciate that about this group right now. Admittedly, I'm guilty of that while I'm playing on this character because I'm not engaging a lot with the rest of the party while I'm recording this, so.
Who dares interfere with the sons of Arugal?
Ooh. Unless the rogue wants that, I think I will take that. It looks like they don't. Somebody else didn't roll yet. Who was that? Mage? Wait, the mage rolled on that? 4 agility? Why did he do that? Okay, well. You can have fun with that agility cloak, I guess. While talking, I grabbed the Book of Ur, our next quest item, so. Whoops, I can cure your poison. There you go, buddy. Yeah, the mage needed after I did. I will give him the benefit of the doubt that that was a misclick. Pro tip, if you're a mage, you do not need agility for anything. What do you think his cloak is that he's wearing? He actually put it on. Wow. I guess I don't want to know what his cloak actually was. Was it a garbage white item from questing early or something? Couldn't tell you. So right after we kill this last wolf, the boss over there is going to come running at us. And there it goes. So that's something that usually is not expected by at least any groups running this for the first time. You think you'll have time between pulls, but nope. He's upset that you just killed all of his pups. He's a wolf master after all. So. Go break. But our group is just absolutely wrecking this instance. Oh my goodness. 10 intellects, shoulders. And yeah, priest one of them, that's fair. I obviously will not roll on those. Since this is just my off-spec, the healing is just my off-spec. I'm certainly not going to take something like that from a priest who needs them all the time. Getting pretty full, but we are at the final boss. Look, there he is, Arugal. Okay, so I can interrupt that. Interesting. Yeah, so we've just got to get the head of Arugal. We are at the end here. This boss fight sucks. Straight up. So he's a mage type, and he teleports all around the room. He goes from that platform to this platform to like up here, I think, and maybe down on the floor. I don't even know where all of his teleport spots are, but as a melee class, it sucks chasing him around. Caster classes can find a spot up somewhere where they can just shoot him from anywhere. Oh wow, we're already in this. Nice. But you gotta be careful because the tank still has to be able to hold aggro. And he got turned into a worgen too. He didn't teleport at all. Well, that was odd. He didn't do anything about what I just said. And another great cloth item. And the clothies will roll off for it. Sepulchre, Undercity, okay. I was debating if it was worth hearthing out of here, but I think it actually won't take us too long to run back to Sepulchre, so I'd rather just turn these in now. Oh, this person changed their mind. Thought about running out, and then decided not to. It's actually not too bad. Once you get through this little area, you can kind of hop down and skip a few things. And then once you get outside, just like the tank showed us, you can simply hop up on the roof here and then hop down here. Can only use outside. Am I not outside? So probably right once I step off the boardwalk here, watch. So I can't cast it. And here I can. You're not outside until you're off the wood. Ooh, that's a farther fall than I thought it was. So we'll just make the quick run back to the Sepulchre. So here was SFK by Pyrewood, like I said. And so we just need to run back up to the Sepulchre. We'll turn in our quick quest there. Fly to Undercity. Turn in that one. And it's probably a little bit too much XP to get. Oh, double Briarthorn. Nope, that's not gonna work. Can we run out of range quickly enough? Nope. That's okay. Not a big deal. Obviously. But as I was saying, do you think, how much do we need? So that's 28.5 to 34. 5,500. 2 dungeon quests. Do you think we'll give several thousand apiece? Actually, they might. That'd be kind of cool. Turn in both quests, hit 26, and then hearth back to Thunderbluff, and get our 26 spells. I would not be upset about that. So the rewards for this quest are some leather. Oops, almost missed my turn. Some leather feet, strength, stamina, which is not of a lot of value to us. I mean, I guess our boots now are actually pretty bad compared to those. Maybe I will hang on to those. I was about to say I don't want them, but actually I think I do. And then the real reward, the one that I cared the most about, is the Seal of Sylvanas, which is an awesome ring. Again, strength not super great for us, but we do melee damage, so it's not the worst thing.
Hello.
With Arugal's death, we stand to increase the Dark Lady's stronghold on Lordaeron. Silverpine Forest is finally free from the vice of that wretched Arugal. You've done the Dark Lady a great service. Your tenacity shall be rewarded. Lady Sylvanas has charged Varmothras with the conquering of the human and dwarven lands to the south. But that fool Arugal, charlatan of Dalaran, and now cursed beast of Shadowfang Keep, let his reckless magic wreak havoc with the strategic stronghold of Silverpine Forest. I need someone skilled in the ways of combat to help clean up Arugal's mess. Oh, why am I reading this? That's the low-level quest. I thought it was like a follow-up. There we go. Got an awesome ring. We're gonna hang on to that one for a while, probably. What is this guy's quest?
What would you ask of death?
Oh, we're skipping that one too. Okay.
Beware the living.
I'm assuming this was something. Oh, this was the one. This was the journey to Silverpine or Hillsbrad. Yep. Yes, it was. I guess we can vendor some stuff while we're here. Here you go. Edwin. Take all my junk.
Trust no one. I'm listening. Farewell.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I did finally sell that blue shield that I found on the auction house. I sold it for, I think, 3 gold. I remember my add-on told me that I had seen it for like 5. It took me probably 3 or 4 listings to get it to sell. I think I sold it for 3, which I'm very happy with. I mean, that was a random drop, so that's 3 gold for free. There were a few others on the auction house for the 5 or 6 gold range, but clearly they're not selling. I tend to find it funny how people will list items on the auction house over and over and over again and not budge on price because they think it's worth whatever they want to sell it for, and clearly buyers don't agree, no one's buying it, and listing it over and over again, you have to pay to list it every single time. And it feels like a small amount, but if you keep doing that over and over again, especially if you're listing a lot of things, you spend so much money just creating listings on the auction house that, you know, even in just a few times that it doesn't sell, you've already lost all of that extra profit than if you would have just listed it where someone was actually worth buying, you know, if a buyer thought it was worth buying at that price. So I truly don't understand why so many players just list things high and just keep relisting them over and over again. I don't know if everybody understands that you lose out on your list price when it doesn't sell. I don't know. Especially on weapons. It's by far the worst listing weapons. Weapons are very expensive to put on the auction house. So it's oftentimes better to just vendor those green items, especially weapons. So here's where we found that 3rd quest. Some random guy down here in the canals. Did you find the book? Very good. This book will add nicely to my collections of the workings of His knowledge was great, but his conscience held him from true power. And so when the scourge came and his strength was tested, it failed. We of the Forsaken cannot afford such weakness if we are to survive, if we are to conquer. Alright. Thanks for the boots. And, oh my gosh. Are you serious? We are 11 experience away. Oh, that feels bad. That feels real bad. Okay, well, you know what? I guess it's obviously been a long episode due to the dungeon run anyways. I guess I'm going to turn this one off here, and then I'll go whack one mob in the head and level, probably off screen, and then start with getting my level 26 stuff in the next one. So, thanks for joining me. Thankfully we could run SFK. I'm glad you were there, and I'll see you next time.